Hey guys, Coach Katie here, and I want to talk about brain dumping. It's one of the habits that you're going to have in the Fit Forever Challenge, and it's going to happen every night. If you are consistent with it, you will see huge success with mindset shifts when it comes to your goals, whether or not it's to lose weight, burn fat, get stronger, all the things. And then we're going to recap on it at the start of the week and the end of the week. Eventually, you won't have to do this the rest of your life, but I truly believe, and if you've watched any of my mindset trainings on Instagram, you can see how much I believe in this, that you are not here to lose weight. Yes, you want to lose weight. Yes, you need to lose weight to get healthy, but you actually need to change your mindset so that you can be successful losing weight. I just put this up on my stories today, and I think it's great. You need to take captive the thoughts in your brain, and you need to make a better argument against the negative thoughts than you're letting happen right now. You get one thing bad that happens every day, and the domino effect just crashes down on you. And you start to believe the worst about yourself, that you failed, that you suck, that you can't do anything right. When in reality, there are reasons why we're feeling that way. And I truly think, honestly, this is a huge part too, is that this journey can't be about your feelings. It needs to be about your facts, and then you are allowed to have feelings. Because if you just say, I suck, I'm a failure, I can't do anything right, but you have no facts to back that up, then you're just going to walk around thinking that you're a failure. For the rest of your life, you're going to quit things over and over and over again because you can't ever figure out, how do I move past this point of where I feel like a failure, I'm no longer motivated, and I quit and give up. And now you have labeled yourself and put yourself in a box as that is the type of person that you are. But you are not that person. There are things that you're doing that are making you feel like a failure, but you are not a failure. So we have to figure out, what are those things that are making us feel that way? Start to understand, okay, I am feeling this way. They're just feelings, but they are backed up by facts. So these feelings are valid. It's valid that I feel frustrated with myself right now. However, it's not valid to feel frustrated and then feel like a failure and then never do anything about the reasons why we feel frustrated. So that's why brain dumping is so important. And this is the first time ever, this is June right now, by the way. This is the first time ever that I'm launching this in a challenge, and I'm so excited. This is a tool that I did with my one-on-one clients, almost all of them. I coached one-on-one for over 3 years, and I had tons of clients, and I have a piece of paper that was actually my May calendar. I'm going to use the back of it and show you what we used to do. So you have control over two things in life. You have control over your actions, and you have control over your mindset based on how you act. Some things you don't have control over. I hate this analogy because I can't think of anything else, but someone ran into your car today. You didn't have control over their bad driving, but you have control over how you react to it. You stopped at McDonald's today. Did you or did you not have control over that? You 100% had control over that. And it's okay that you did it. You aren't a failure. You didn't mess up. You don't suck. This isn't the end point where you have to give up again. You just realize, why did that happen? Realizing and attaching the fact that you have control over that situation to that situation, and now coming up with a game plan moving forward so that you can get it right. I would get a small notebook. I wouldn't just use like computer papers every night, because you're going to do this every single day for 6 weeks. Ideally, the more that you do it, the more successful you're going to be. You're going to draw a line. This is a nightly thing that you're going to do. Draw a line, hot dog style, down the center of a paper. You're going to write, I don't know, you can just do a smiley face and a sad face. Like this. Smiley face is what went well today. Let's see, I made it to the gym or home. I worked out at home. I ate whey protein powder after I worked out. You'll learn, if you're like, what? I need to be eating whey protein powder. Don't worry about that. You're going to get that info in the challenge. Protein powder. Okay, I'm not going to write all this because you don't care enough to read my paper when I show you in my cursive. I'm just writing down some things. Made it to the gym, ate whey protein powder today. I walked 7,500 plus steps. The minimum is 7,500. I don't think we need to even try to hit 10 because that sometimes we sacrifice sleep when we're walking laps around our bed at night. 7,500 steps. Those things went well. And your list might be longer, might have nothing that went well that day, and that's fine. Doesn't mean you were a failure. What didn't go well? Stopped at S-Bucks for big latte plus Sammy. All right, breakfast sandwich and latte. Healthy or not healthy? I mean, you could get the feta egg white wrap, call it good. But I would say that if this was a random stop, it was not planned. It wasn't like on Monday, I looked at my week and I said, Thursday, I'm going to stop and get a breakfast sandwich at Starbucks. That's my plan. Fine. If that's your plan, stick to it. But if Wednesday rolls around and you're like, I'm getting that breakfast sandwich today, that is something that didn't go well because you didn't plan for it. So a random non-planned activity of stopping at Starbucks, big latte and sandwich. Didn't go well. Let's see. I'm thinking food related things mostly, but like really stressed and yelled at kids. You aren't alone. Okay, so there's a few examples. Oh, and what didn't go well today? I mean, there are a lot of things that could go well. Like, okay, so for instance, there's free lunch in my county from the school district, and it's for everyone, not just those in need. And it's fun sometimes for the kids to all get together from school, go get free lunch. It's free pizza day. We get there, there's no more pizza. Okay, well, that didn't go well, but like, let's circle it. Let's put it down. Let's just for an example of something that you don't have control over. No pizza, kids mad, which, by the way, thank goodness my kids were like, oh, whatever, give me the peanut butter and jelly thing. No pizza, kids mad. If your kids were mad, overwhelmed me. Okay, so now we have, sun is in my face, goods and bads. I want you to go to the bad side, and I want you to circle everything that you had control over. I have control over stopping at Starbucks, unplanned. I have control over being really stressed. I don't have control over crazy kids. Like, let's put crazy kids on there. I don't have control over them. They're going to be crazy because they are just crazy. So we're not circling that. I accidentally did big X's. Okay. I don't have control over there not being pizza, but I have control over if it overwhelmed me or not. So it's going to look something like this. Now we've circled everything that we have control over. You're going to take a look at that. And if you have the time, you can take it one step further and you can come up with an action plan every night for how are we going to make sure that we don't let stopping at Starbucks become a problem. Well, this video right here is actually partly the main daily habit video, but this goes one step further. Every Monday, you're going to look at the week and say, it's called pre-planning for the week. Look at your schedule. What day am I going to cook? First, take it even further. What day am I grocery shopping? What day am I cooking? How am I storing everything in the fridge? What day am I needing to take food with me on the go? So I need some sort of like hot container, or I'm going to make a salad with chicken that I can eat cold. I need a cooler bag. What days do I need to pre-pack my food for when I'm on the go? And then what day or whatever am I going to allow myself to go to Starbucks or go out to dinner with my kids at Chick-fil-A? You need to pre-plan every Monday. This video, I hope you're watching Monday morning, start of the challenge. You need to pre-plan your week. We're in observation week right now, but I want you to pre-plan this week, even though you're just observing. What does this week look like? And maybe just like study it. Like you don't have any plans. Just write down what you think this week is going to look like. On Friday, you're going to come back to it and you're going to say, okay, it looked a little bit different than I wanted it to. But because I brain dumped every single night with these habits, I've realized this is why it shifted. This is how I was unprepared, and moving forward, this is how I will get prepared so that this doesn't become a habitual problem that I talk down on myself about. So this is a twofold thing. You're watching this Monday morning. You're watching this for weekly prepping for the week, planning your week. Maybe you have a calendar with a week on it. And every week you sit down and you plan out your meals and your workouts, and that is what you're most likely going to stick to. Every day, you're going to brain dump on what went well or what didn't go well on everything that you were supposed to do that day. And on Fridays, you're going to take every 5 days, give yourself a break, Saturday, Sunday, just do it Monday through Friday for now. You're going to look at these and you're going to say, where are my common denominators? What are the things that kept me from making good habit changes this week? The things that I circled. All the things that I circled are the things that I can control. Did I come up with plans either like tonight I write this list and tomorrow I'm like, okay, I've got a plan already for how I'm not stopping at Starbucks. I realize, shift, pivot. I need to prep some food in the morning to take with me, like a sandwich or something. Okay, I can solve that one in the moment. Looks like every day this week I got really stressed and yelled at my kids. Well, what am I doing to stress relief? Am I taking a 10-minute break and just telling them, hey, like, I know it involves screen time, whatever you have to do to get yourself a break from them for a minute so that you can just chill out. So that doesn't happen, because the higher stress levels that you have, the harder it is to burn fat. And a lot of it comes from being busy moms. And I know we're not all moms here, so it can come from busy work schedules, checking emails late at night, things like that. What didn't go well? What is the plan to make sure that it moving forward starts to get better, 1% better every single day? I'm not saying you're never going to stop at Starbucks again because all of a sudden you brain dumped and you're like, oh yeah, that's the problem. I'm never stopping at Starbucks again. No, you're going to do it again next week. It's fine. It's fine. It doesn't mean that you failed. At least now you have facts to back up your feelings, and you can look at them and you can say, all right, I have control of two things. I have control of my actions, and I have control of how I react to my actions when I don't do the right thing. So I have control of stopping at Starbucks or not. I have control of yelling at my kids or not. I have control of being overwhelmed if there's no free pizza or not. Now I have control over how I respond to my actions. And that's how every week, week over week, the smiley face side gets to be real big and the frowning face side gets to be real small. Today I have a headache. That would be on my negative side. I can control how I have a headache. I did not drink enough water today, hands down. And I skipped a meal because I was really busy. And to be honest, I didn't want to stop at Starbucks, so I just skipped the meal. But that doesn't help me either, because I didn't pre-plan for the fact that I might be out too late today. Still happens. I've been on this journey for over 7 years, and it still happens to me. I could write a list right now and my frowning face side might be high today because I'm doing this video for you right now with a massive headache. And that's my own fault. But I can control how I react to it and come up with a plan next time. I love this training. I think I have asked people in the April and the May challenges if they thought something like this would be helpful, and I haven't yet been able to make the video. So June, you are the proud owners for the first time of this being launched in course style, because I used to like sit on the phone with people and go through this, but I don't think we need that. You need to be accountable to you. You need to figure it out. I can't hold your hand for the rest of your life. So let's do it on our own and put forth the effort and stop relying on being motivated to do things and rely on being consistent in your habit changes and your mindset changes. All right, that wraps up this video. If you have not watched, binge watched. Don't binge watch your Netflix tonight. Go binge watch my mindset series on Instagram. If you just click the highlights with the word mindset, you're going to get a ton of information that's going to back up everything that I just talked about. So if it's not tonight, at some point throughout the challenge, make sure that you get through the entire mindset series on there, as well as I'm just going to keep adding stuff over and over. Every time someone has a mindset thing, I go on Instagram and I'm like, hey, like, you're not alone. We can solve this. And this is how we work through it. So just know that you aren't alone. If your frowning face side has 50 things on it, so does the next person, because we're all trying to do this together. Let me know if you have any questions. I believe in you guys. That habit every night should be checked off with all the, well, I mean, check them off if you get them. don't, check them off if you don't get them. And then weekly, start of the week, make that list of what the week's supposed to look like. End of week, take this, look at all the days and say, all right, what was my constant thing that kept happening to me? How can I plan for that next week? All right. Oh my gosh, I'm in love with this challenge. It's so good. Have a great night, everyone. And